Another way to incorporate your kids into your herbal learning is to have a tea party. Kids love tea parties, even if they don't know it yet. And don't be surprised if your older kids, your teenagers even, want to participate. I didn't even know that tea time was a thing until I was in high school and I was an exchange student in Germany. And it became something that was really important in my life. So let me talk a little bit about how I like to have a tea party and how you can bring the focus on the herbal aspects as well. So first of all, make some tea. That's the easy part. Find some blends that your kids like. It doesn't matter if the only thing they like is peppermint, then have peppermint for tea time. That's completely fine. And when you all sit down for tea, just take a minute in the beginning. It doesn't have to be a big thing. Just say, today we have some peppermint tea. Peppermint tea helps to move oxygen to your brain so that you can think more clearly. That's it. And then the rest of the time that you're sitting together, just let that be sharing time. Let it be time that the kids can tell you anything that they want. And make sure that you, as the grown-up in the situation, also share something with the kids. Now, of course, we want to share something age-appropriate, but if your kids are sharing things that they're worrying about, it's okay for you to share something that you're worrying about too, as long as it's something that's appropriate for them to handle. I really find that kids, if they feel like they have to perform, or if they feel like sharing is a one-way street, like somehow they have to open up and tell their parents things, they're not going to want to do it. But if it becomes a conversation in which you share maybe an interaction at work that's challenging, and importantly here, the ways that you're thinking through how you're going to handle it, right? So that you're modeling the behaviors that you want them to see. For example, oh, today we had a disagreement at work and it was really upsetting to me, but I really think that I'm right. And so I think what I'm going to do is work out a proposal so that I can explain to people clearly what I really mean. And I think when they see what I mean, then they'll be convinced that it's a good idea. That way you're not just saying work is terrible, right? You're sharing some bad feelings that you had, but you're also sharing the action steps that you want to take to bring that to a resolution. One day I was sitting with my daughter and she was talking about some kids that she was having trouble with, but they were kids that she regularly hung out with, and it was upsetting her. And then after a while she said, I think I'm going to see if there aren't some other kids I could hang out with instead. And I was so excited because it was really that method of thinking about an issue, kind of thinking through it and coming up with a solution. It doesn't matter if the solution works the first time. What matters is that we get across this sort of, I see a problem, I'm thinking of something to try, now I will go try it. If it doesn't work, that's okay. I'll think of something else to try. And I find that tea time can be a great time to really get this into a habit for the family. Just let this be some relaxing time. Maybe there's a little treat that goes along with it where we can all talk about things, and a lot of the things are going to be positive and friendly, and some of the things might be challenging, but then they can be worked through. And when you work through your issues, then your kids will learn how to do it. And then when they present issues, you don't have to work through them for the kids. They can start to work through them themselves. So I really find that tea time with kids is not just a great time to share a fun fact about the tea, but also to come together as a family, to have a little quiet time together, and to start associating not just the tea with sitting down and calmly working through issues that might come up, but also the importance of family and support and community as you sit down and think about your issues and think about how you want to work through them. So I hope that this is a great suggestion for you and your family.